This video brought to you by Loot Crate. If you want to learn how to get some cool Fallout merch while supporting my channel, keep on watching. G'day, this is Captainoob and this is a Gauss Minigun. If this thing looks familiar and you're a Fallout 76 player, you're right. This is the exact same thing that you'd find in Fallout 76, but you don't have to grind for bullion to actually get this weapon. If you want to see this weapon in Fallout 4, you gotta download the Junkmaster mod. Now, the Junkmaster mod does more than add a few items here and there. It's actually a little bit of an overhaul mod, so a lot of the rules will change. So if you want to start a new playthrough with Junkmaster just to access this thing, I suggest doing that. That's probably the best way of doing it. Receiving this thing in-game, what you got to do is get it from Proctor Tegan, from the Brotherhood of Steel, the quartermaster there on the Pridwin. And if you've destroyed the Brotherhood of Steel, tough titties, won't be able to get this. Or maybe you'll find it with a legendary drop, but I'm going to assume that you probably don't need this as legendary to get it to do a whole lot of damage. So for the receivers and everything, for the attachments, we can chuck this up to an advanced receiver, giving us 196 damage from the standard 78, which is exceptional. It says it right there. It does what it says on the box. Next, for the barrels, right now we've got the penta barrel on. You can chuck on a shielded barrel, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of like the accelerated barrel for a minigun, as you'll speed up quicker, I guess, and have a higher rate of fire, but at the cost of damage and range and accuracy. And a machine gun barrel kind of acts like a tri-barrel on a minigun, so it'll use that single barrel thing, so the standard barrel back in Fallout 76, and you'll be hitting harder per projectile, which is useful when you're firing such a heavy round like this, but at the cost of rate of fire, so slightly more efficiency with your ammo is obtained when you chuck on that barrel. We're going to leave this as a standard one, but I've got a couple of others, I'm sure you saw them before, which we'll modify with those things to see what they can do. And for the sights, you can have a gunner sight. This is just the same sort of thing. It's the minigun mesh, but it's got a reflex sight in the center of the dot there, so yep, you can aim with slightly more precision. Legendary effect slot is there if you need it. It'd be funny if I did this, wouldn't it? But probably won't bother doing that. Now for the coils, these things act a little bit differently, and it's worth mentioning that this thing's ammo capacity is nowhere near what it is in Fallout 76. It makes it feel slightly better on terms of bullets, because sure, you'll need less bullets to kill stuff, but reloading is a lot more constant. This thing is, you're going to be feeding it every 2 seconds, it feels like, but you can increase your ammo capacity slightly by putting on the capacitor coil, which makes it 70, or the dynamo coil, which makes it, I think, 60. Standard is like 50 or something, so yeah, I recommend chucking on that one. Although you get slightly better energy damage with this one, 9 energy damage is not going to make all that much difference. I prefer having the extra 10 rounds, but yep, there's a Gauss Minigun. Let's go and shoot it. Okay, so here we are in Immersive Gunners Plaza. Believe me, we're actually here. I'm just in a toilet because there's enemies over there and I don't want to get detected whilst I'm showing this thing off. So in first person, this thing it's basically the same. It's just got the minigun animations. We've seen this before. In third person, if you've ever played Fallout 76 before, well, you know what this thing looks like. A couple of things to note about it is that the barrel seems to slightly be misaligned. You'll notice when it's rotating, like the center of it isn't where the center of the barrel is, and it's more noticeable on this one, but look how many gunners I'm going to go up against. There's a lot. And another thing is that the sight is kind of misaligned. How am I in caution? I'm standing behind a door. So yeah, that's something to take note of. Most of the time when we're aiming at our enemies, this thing won't have a problem with that, because we'll have the pacification square to adjust our aim on. But yeah, thing looks good. Bridget looks good. Everything looks good. This PC is awesome. Let's get started on this guy. Oh man, that is good. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, Gauss miniguns, when they're made by Kung Fu Man. Wow, that one had a chainsaw. She looked very menacing there with her chainsaw, but hot damn, this thing is powerful to use now. And without the nonsense with the exploding health bars and unnecessary explosive damage, which I believe you don't get. Nope, you don't. Well, it means this thing is going to be more responsive when you hit stuff. It's not going to bug out your game. I've had a couple of problems with crashing. That might just be with Junkmaster in itself, but yeah, I'm going to try to figure out what they are and report back to kung fu man about that just to see if I can get those fixed. But this is the standard barrel, the penta barrel, and she's going alright. So let's switch it up a bit. This one has the shorter barrel, which I believe is not an asset in Fallout 76, or maybe it will be at some point, but for now, this one's just the accelerated variant of this barrel, and it shreds up close. That's what we're going to be doing with it. Keep in mind that someone's... Really? This thing has apparently brought some bugs into Fallout 76, from Fallout 76 with it, so we'll just bash him in the head until his head caves in. Ah, yeah, sweet silence. So yeah, this barrel asset isn't in the game, so it's new. It's the only thing that is new, and this is the old, there's a reload animation in third person. This is just the single barrel one, which feels like it packs a punch. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking the motor spin-up sound is the same to a basic minigun. Okay, second crash happened, and this guy's just cursed, so you need to die. You know, there was a Fallout New Vegas character that we used to call Lord Freeze back when I used to play it on PS3. There was like a random Mr. Gutsy that's hanged out with the boomers, and one time we looked at him and the game froze and we thought, yep, that's Lord Freeze. So I think for some reason he's back. A Junkmaster has brought Lord Freeze back. Yeah, didn't talk about this before. I've noticed that the assault rifles seem to have a sound loop bug at the moment. It's just the assault rifles, or you know, a bit of Fallout 76 has leaked into this game with this particular weapon attachment thing here. So you know, that's cool. But we're through the gunners for the most part now, and wow, this fire is actually blinding. I think it sets fire to your weapon too, and since it takes up a lot of your screen, although funnily enough, slightly less than an institute rifle, this thing it just flames everywhere. Anyways, let's give this guy a bit of a VATS treatment. And it was killed in one hit, and no turrets we have to deal with. There we go. So, that was a Gauss Minigun in Immersive Gunners Plaza. I think the worst of it was through that first bit. The rest of it was easy street, but could you imagine walking in the bottom floors there and then being just annihilated by everyone above you? Yeah, this is why we take the high road when we get in here first, but... Yep, the Gauss Minigun is certainly going well thus far. Let's see how it does against some monsters. Okie dokie, there's OG Swan over there, so let's go ahead and kick his ass. Oh, the filter just changed. We might have a radiation storm coming in a little bit. What's over there? It's a Mirelurk. Run away, Mr. Mirelurk. Go. Be with your people. I'll deal with Swan, alright? We're not going to get the sneak criticals for very long, so we'll just go ahead and kill Swan like that. We got a random critical strike, courtesy of, I suppose, Junkmaster, and... Bro, look at this. Look at that shredding. It's even half evil with 333 in the numbers. Let's add some criticals into the mix. So, with criticals, every shot that you do gives you 10 round burst, and all of the 10 round bursts will be a critical. If you use a lucky minigun in this game, we'll just tank that, that's fine. Make sure we don't get too staggered here. Run around here. Yes, if you do use something like a lucky minigun in Fallout 4, you'll absolutely shred face with it. And the same thing goes for here. So I was getting, what, 333 for the concentrated fire enhanced bullets. Thanks, mysterious stranger. I'm so glad I can see what's happening right now. Anyways, we'll just cop that anchor hit and then move on. Should I reload this thing? Honestly, I've got better things to do than worry about aroma. Actually, where's the radiation damage? Junkmaster, really? Interesting. I was hoping for the ghoulish there. The radiation that he attacks me with will recharge the old energy shields. Let's go for another critical here as we chuck in a fresh magazine. And Mr. Swan is dead. And he comes down and he's all electrified because of the coil we put on it. Righto then. And he drops a whole bunch of ammo and a nocturnal Gauss rifle. Oh, it's a Blood Rage Mirelurk. These things are like unicorns. I'm so glad that they got added into this. Oh, look at them. Oh, they're so cute. Love Mirelurks. This one gets punched in the face with a minigun. Alright, that one's had enough. He'll be back. And in greater numbers. But now, time for some chilling. Okay, so a little bit of a quick unboxing just to see what you could get in your Fallout crates or what kind of Fallout merch you can expect from these things. We've got a Mirelurk thing here just in its little box. We'll take that out later and show you what that's all about. But this is just more of an overview. We've got ourselves a Vim t-shirt. Obviously, I'm feeling like this has got some sort of Far Harbor, I guess, theme to it. Especially since we've got this thing is a nice towel. Again, I'll show you these off in separate videos as the week goes on. We got ourselves, it says Seaside, but that's just the lead belly perk. Now, I believe you can get these things a special limited edition as like, the colors are reversed around, so the outline will be gold, but the pin itself will be black, and they're slightly more, I guess, rare and slightly more valuable. And we've also got this. This is a mask, I think, actually, or a bandana. I don't think these can actually be used as masks because they're not 3-ply. They're not exactly what is required of us. But, yep, that's about it. As you can tell in here, there's some Fallout 4 looking perks. But that's kind of the overview of it in less than 90 seconds. Cool, let's get on to shooting stuff. So if you're looking for some Fallout merchandise at a discount, follow the link in the description and don't forget to put in my discount code, Captain15. So if you're looking to support the channel and get yourself a bit of cool Fallout merch in the process, go to the link in the description and check it out. Keep in mind that you won't get the exact crate that I got, you'll just get this month's theme. Hope you're not too upset with me picking up a sponsor for this video or anything, but if you are, you can call me Captain Sellout because honestly that'd be hilarious if you did. So, what we'll do here is we'll just try to kill these guys. This is probably not the right barrel for it. As you can tell, I'm being penalized heavily for damage. This would be the better approach, but now he's nice and close, so we'll just shoot him with this anyway and see how we go. So, you get the 10-round burst with this barrel as well, and it's an effective VAT solution because, well, look, you can just hammer him in the face constantly with VATs. I'm thinking that my crits are not coming back as fast. Not that it matters, because we've just killed that guy in one VATS round there. Yeah, I feel like this is the superior barrel, because it's so much better in VATS, you get better damage per bullet, which means your projectiles are going to be, or your ammunition is going to be put to better use. It's got better range potential, which is super good for, you know, gunning down targets from that far back. I think that's a mosquito and a bloatfly. Yep, nailed one of them. A little bit hard to do when the thing... How tough is that one? He's probably bugged out, actually. No pun intended. And there's a random caravan guard here. Just keeps getting stranger and stranger. Anyways, we'll just finish off these random tools. Come here. There we go. Look at that damage. So, yeah, the 2mm ECs, probably want to get the best use out of them because, you know, in terms of legit gameplay, it's going to take you a very long time to gather these things up. So, by all means, I reckon this barrel is the superior pick of them all. Whether it looks as cool as this or this is up for debate, but definitely in terms of its performance, this one seems to be the best. Okay, so now we're in the glowing sea with foggy weather and also Todd rays and some lens flare, and you can't see shit here. Also, I've discovered a cool trick. Check this out. Damn it, I was doing it before. The minigun flipped upside down. But somewhere out in this haze and fog lies a monster too terrifying to even comprehend. It's a giant Cthulhu thing. There it is, you can see it, just the silhouette at a distance. Honestly, VATS is making this slightly more anticlimactic, but it's time for this giant Cthulhu monster thing. She's going down. And you'll notice that I'm only hitting for 1.7 times with the sneak criticals and 2.2. That might be dependent on whether she's in caution or in danger, but we're going to give this the old VATS treatment just to see how she goes. We whiffed the whole second shot there, but that's okay because now we're doing better. We'll go for some criticals here. 424 damage, that's definitely respectable, but we might have to pull some chems here because, yeah, she's tanking it up pretty easily. At least now, actually, before she turns around, she's spitting her goo everywhere. That's not good. There's a mole rat here. That's a perfect distraction. Look at that, she's spitting all over the place. Looks cool. I've got all of the particle effects up now. Mole rat cavalry has come in. That's okay. They're more of a nuisance than a proper annoyance. And a big swing and no ding from giant Cthulhu queen monster. She's a little bit more accurate with the old acid spits there. They always are, actually. They've got some sort of precognition to figure out exactly where you're going to go, but she's just going to sit there tanking up for a little bit, and whilst we're got her pathing around this thing, which she can't walk straight over, as we're taking a lot of rads there. It's a little bit of a mistake. Well, as it's moonwalking now to flex on me. Look, that's only a few steps away from T-posing, so I'm being flexed on by AI right now, but unfortunately for you, you're being attacked by things, including flying rad scorpions. Giant death skull rad scorpion. That's new. Oh yes, Junkmaster must add in giant rad scorpions. Look at you! You're a big boy, aren't ya? A big poison boy. Let's not get in any of that. Alrighty. You know what? Let's finish this off without VATS as we rocket around the map and... Ooh. Yep. Gonna have to take some right away after this one, Bridget, that's for sure. But yep, we'll keep on going. And headshots. Easy headshots for an easy kill. Actually, there's a really overpowered food item. And I say that unironically because... Look at that, max AP minus 30. Oh, they've nerfed it a little bit, but bye-bye rads. And, ooh, there's actual radiation sickness tears. Tell you what, this Junkmaster mod is the gift that keeps on giving. And, you know what, I don't like you. This one's for all the arachnophobes that might be watching. Take that, scary arachnid man. Tell you what, he's holding up better than the giant Cthulhu monster did. There we go. Finally got there. And for the curious, there's a legendary drop here somewhere. What is this all about? Is that like shaking your head at my cheapness? Maybe. Lucky radium rifle. That's not terrible. Pretty good, actually. And I am thirsty? What kind of effects? Oh wait, it's because of the refreshing beverage. Yeah, I got minus 30 AP. That's an interesting offset, but yeah, I think you get the point. This here is a Junkmaster mod, and it's got a Gauss Minigun in it. Now, unfortunately, as far as I know, the Xbox version of this, which had all of these weapons, was taken down the other day because some snitch, hopefully they got stitches after, stitched on Junkmaster for having these assets in, which is a huge shame because it'd be really good if the console players still had access to this. If you've got an old version of Junkmaster, you might be able to do it, but if you're on PC, you can still access this as normal. Hopefully, Kung Fu Man will find a workaround so you get to enjoy all of these assets, but it doesn't look good. Thank you very much for watching, guys.